Did you know there are only about maybe 60 people alive today on the entire planet who are 110 years or older?
60. Wow, that few.
Just 60. And these super centenarians, they hold some really fascinating clues, not just about living long, but, living happy.
Absolutely. I mean, statistically, that's basically
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Like 0.00085% of everyone.
Exactly. So
They're
tiny.
extreme outliers. But studying them, like these sources we looked at do, it points to this really deep sense of well-being. It goes way beyond just, physical health.
It really does. Welcome to the deep dive, everyone. We're looking at a bunch of sources today, all kind of circling this really powerful idea. Happy is the new healthy.
Yeah, and it's not presented like some strict health plan or anything.
No, not at all. The sources even call it more like a bust loose book, full of stories and, well, actual ways to celebrate life, like right now.
Right. So our mission here really is to unpack what these sources are saying, pull out the best bits, the most potent insights.
And see how this whole idea that happiness, your state of mind, is key to health, how that can actually work in your life.
Yeah, help you get those aha moments without getting bogged down in too much info.
Okay, so let's dive in. It kicks off with these super centenarians, the over 110s. What do the sources say is like the common thread there, beyond just sticking around?
Well, they highlight things like resilience, definitely, a really strong sense of humor, and this general joie de vivre,
Mm.
a real joy in living.
Joie de vivre.
It kind of echoes that old Montaigne quote, doesn't it?
Right.
About the clear sign of wisdom being a constant and unrestrained rejoicing.
Constant and unrestrained rejoicing, that feels ambitious sometimes.
Yeah, maybe. But the examples make it feel more real, like Jean Camel lived to 122.
The oldest ever, right? What was her secret, according to the source?
Well, get this, 2 pounds of chocolate every week.
2 pounds. Seriously.
Seriously. And laughter. She apparently said she couldn't wear mascara because she cried too often when she laughed.
Okay, chocolate and laughing fits. Definitely not your standard health advice.
Not exactly. And there are others mentioned, like Catherine, 110, who credited sex, vodka, and spicy food.
Wow.
Or Claude Chules, swimming in the ocean till he was 100. Jillian Cali bowled until 104. Mizuo Okawa swore by sushi and sleep.
So what's the main takeaway from all these sort of unconventional habits?
I think the distilled insight is that, yeah, physical health matters, but the source really argues that real lasting health is rooted in something deeper than the physical body.
Deeper, like attitude, engagement.
Exactly. That joy, that ability to laugh, even when things aren't perfect, which, let's be honest, they rarely are.
Right, which leads perfectly into the sort of core idea from these sources. Wellness is a state of mind, and happy is the new healthy.
Mm-hmm. It's a big reframe, isn't it?
Mm.
Moving wellness away from just like perfect yoga poses or green juice.
Yeah, making it feel more real and more relevant, as they put it, not some glossy magazine ideal.
Right. It's described as a quality of heart, too, not just mind.
And they bring in that psychologist, Ed Diener, his finding about happiness.
Oh, yeah. That's key.
Yeah.
He found happiness isn't so much about those huge, intense peak moments, the amazing trip, the massive celebration.
Like the triple chocolate cupcake example.
Exactly. It's more about the frequency of positive experiences, little bits scattered through the day.
Huh. Frequency over intensity.
That's the idea. Are you getting those little hits of joy or connection often, or just waiting for the big stuff? Frequency seems to be the engine here.
That really hits home. You know, that feeling at the end of the day where you think, what did I even do today? Like it just vanished.
Totally. Life's slipping by. This whole approach seems geared towards fighting that, towards actually living in the moment.
But it's tough, right? Being present when everything's pulling at your attention.
So tough. The sources mention this contrast, like watching an old video from a college reunion, pre-smartphones. Everyone's looking at each other.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Compared to now.
Right. Half the room's on their phones, kind of half there. It shows how much effort it takes now to just be present.
So what do the sources suggest, like practical things?
Well, there's this idea of embrace the power of 1.11. Like, pick a time, 1.11 p.m. maybe, and make it sacred.
Sacred how?
Just step away, push back from the desk, breathe, look around, reconnect with where you actually are. A little anchor.
Like a mini rebellion against distraction. I like that.
Yeah. And I mentioned a reader, Marilyn, saying she gets more value from one real conversation or a hike than hours online, choosing depth.
Depth over breadth. Makes sense.
And this flows into another concept, enjoy your journey. There's a story about a taxi driver.
Oh, yeah, the one whose dad passed away.
That's the one. His dad worked his whole life for a retirement he barely got to experience.
And the lesson was, don't wait.
Pretty much. Don't squeeze what should be a lifelong journey into the last 6 months of life. Enjoy it now. Don't put joy on layaway.
Enjoy it now. It sounds simple, but it's profound.
It is. And the sources suggest even saying enjoy your journey to a stranger. It might feel odd, but it can be this little spark, a reminder of the bigger picture, the abundance.
Okay, so presence, enjoying the journey. What about actively cultivating positivity? The sources mention take vitamin P.
Vitamin P. Yeah, positivity. The idea is simple. Being positive isn't just, nice. It actually changes how you experience everything.
But how do you do that when, life happens?
Well, one technique suggested is catching negative thoughts, like notice one pop up.
Which happens all the time.
Right. And then immediately replace it with 3 positive ones, even tiny things.
Like what?
Oh, the weather's nice, or I'm looking forward to my coffee, or, my team won last night. Simple stuff. It retrains your brain.
Shifting the default. Okay, and related to that was laugh out.
Yeah. Instead of lashing out when frustrated, try to laugh. Find the absurdity.
Like the Spanish mistake story. My nipples are hard.
Exactly. Thinking he was saying my feet hurt. Being able to laugh at yourself in that moment, instead of getting flustered or defensive, that's the goal.
It helps let go of pride, doesn't it?
Totally. The sources use that cosmic perspective, human history being like a tiny speck on a giant toilet paper roll representing Earth's history.
Right. Why waste that tiny speck defending your ego?
Precisely.
Yeah.
And Don Miguel Ruiz's point about taking things personally being maximum selfishness, it fits right in. Laughter helps let it go.
What life diminishes, laughter replenishes. That's the mantra they share.
Yeah, it's good.
So, okay, what about the internal blocks? Fear, self-doubt. How do the sources suggest tackling those? They say get under it for fear.
Right. Acknowledging that a lot of our big reactions are just old survival wiring, fight or flight, but we can override it.
Face everything and rise.
That's the acronym they use. Move towards it, don't run.
Nah.
And self-doubt, that's framed as self-imprisonment.
So freaking go for it is the advice.
Basically, yeah. Freedom isn't a final destination. It's something you choose daily, pushing past those I can't thoughts.
And the inner critic, that nagging voice.
Yeah, Donald, or whatever you want to call it. The source says, put the kibosh on your inner critic. Give it a silly name, maybe. Disempower it.
And the best weapon against it is?
Appreciation. Simple appreciation. For yourself, for others. It starves the critic. Like that Shakti Gawain quote, thinking you need something you don't have is basically insanity. You're enough now.
Okay, enough now. That's powerful. Shifting gears a bit, what about connecting with others? The sources talk about touch.
And how Americans have a kind of strange relationship with touch.
Compared to other cultures, right, we don't touch as much casually.
Yeah, studies show that. But the science is clear touch releases oxytocin, that bonding hormone, reduces cortisol, the stress one. It's good for us.
They use that really stark example, marasmus, in the orphanages.
Oh, yeah. Heartbreaking. Babies literally wasting away from lack of touch, not just food. Shows how fundamental it is.
Just essential for survival and thriving as adults, too. Touch deprivation is real.
Definitely. But people crave it. The sources mention things like the 1-minute hug experiment or people hugging in spin class. It shows that desire is there.
And beyond touch, the core is love. Let love rule.
Absolutely. Dr. Dean Ornish is quoted saying he knows of no other factor in medicine with a greater impact on survival than love and intimacy.
Wow, that's huge.
It is. And the source describes love like a dog, kind of wild, raw, not something to be perfectly controlled. You got to trust it, even the messy parts.
Even the parts that bite sometimes.
Yeah. And interestingly, it suggests even difficult relationships can serve a purpose, like clearing out the pipes for healthier love later. That Washington Irving idea. Love never lost. It flows back to purify your heart.
And that take 1 minute for love idea? Helping stranger?
Yeah, just small acts. Breaking your routine to connect. Helping someone overwhelmed. It creates these little moments, these miracles.
Okay, so connection is key. What about, like, the pace of life? The sources mention slowing down.
Hurry up and slow down. It sounds contradictory, but it's about how our speed suffocates stillness. Like jogging in place. Kafka's image.
But stillness isn't just doing nothing.
No, it's active. Kafka also said, if you're quiet and still, the world will freely offer itself to you. Stillness is strength.
Finding that quiet space. And breathing comes into this too, right? The magic monks.
Right. Raising their body temperature with breath and focus. Most of us barely notice our breath all day.
But just mindful breathing, even briefly.
It's powerful, calms the system, brings you present. With a breath of length comes invincible strength. That's the mantra.
Invincible strength. I like that. And this connects to a bigger idea in the sources about tapping into something more.
Yeah, this untapped potential, the driving when we could be flying idea,
Yeah.
and flexing your faith muscle.
Not necessarily religious faith.
Not necessarily. More about connecting to something larger, some greater intelligence. You see hints of it in nature's designs, the eye and the camera, DNA storage.
Right. And Kierkegaard's idea that prayer changes you. It opens you up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which brings us towards the end goal, the call to action. Win a small victory for your soul.
Okay, explain that one. The ketchup analogy.
Yeah, like pouring ketchup or mayo all over a really fine meal, it masks the real taste.
And technology and distraction are the ketchup?
That's the argument. They dull the raw flavor of life. So saying no to the mayonnaise, the invasive tech, the constant numbing, and yes to the authentic experience, that's the choice.
And the small victories are choosing the real flavor.
Precisely. Choosing connection over the phone, really tasting your food, little acts that restore the richness.
The BFD mantra fits here too, right?
Yes. A beautiful, funny, and delicious BFD moment each day keeps the stress away. Actively looking for and savoring those.
Love that. BFD. So all this leads to the final message.
Pretty much the ultimate takeaway. Be the miracle. Stop waiting.
Stop waiting for what?
For things to happen to you. For someone else to fix it or bring the joy. The sources say it loud and clear. You are the big shot. You are the miracle.
The power is already inside.
Exactly. What's in here is out there. Create the miracle yourself. Offer your wisdom, your kindness. Be that sweet drop.
And they end with those commencement speech vibes. Bono, Efron.
Yeah, all pointing towards action, boldness, living fully. And the author's own core command, never wait to celebrate.
Ever wait, because the present is it.
That's the only moment you're truly alive. And that line, life will take a lot from you, so you take a lot from life.
Phew.
Yeah.
Don't just let it happen. Grab it, engage, find the joy, be the miracle.
That's the essence of it.
Wow. Okay, so we've really covered some ground in this deep dive. Happy is the new healthy, from super centenarians eating chocolate.
Right, to the science of touch, facing down your inner critic, the power of just breathing.
And that final call to stop waiting and just, well, be the miracle in your own life.
Yeah, these sources really offer a different lens on wellness, don't they? It's not about perfection, it's about engagement.
Yeah.
Messy, vibrant, now.
Absolutely. It feels much more doable. Practical ways to shift your thinking and just experience things more fully, day by day.
Definitely. Lots to chew on there.
So we'll leave you with this final thought pulled from the heart of these sources. If our entire human existence is just this tiny, tiny flash on the grand cosmic calendar.
Like that toilet paper roll analogy.
Exactly. And if right now, this present moment is the only time you are ever truly fully alive, are you squeezing everything you can out of it, or are you kind of just waiting?